let's see how you did. Show your work, provide formulas and intermediate steps. Round final answers to 2 decimals. So here we go. A lot of stuff, right? So I'm going to solve for angle X first. I understand that that's the interior angle of this big polygon, right? So I'm going to do that on the side here. Yeah, grab a pen or a marker and correct. You can fill in as long as you use that pen or marker, okay? So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that what you counted? I hope so. Put a check mark on the one you start or a dot and then count, right? So you're not double counting. And maybe do it twice. Okay? So we've got 13 minus 2 times 180 divided by 13. Okay? So angle X would be 152.31. If you have that, you get a mark for that. Okay. And now I have a bunch of diagonals. I don't know if you noticed that. I'm going to start from the smallest shape that's created by the diagonal, and then I just move around. So I'll do Y next. So this is a triangle, isosceles triangle. So I go 180 minus 1 interior angle. So 180 minus 152.31. That gets divided, sorry, that's squaring it. It's not dividing by. Divided by half, by 2. So Y, if you do that correctly, 13.85. That's correct. You get a mark for that one. And obviously, if you made a mistake here, take off 1. And then I'm just gonna, like, as long as you show me the work, I would accept all the answers that follow. Okay? I would do a follow through. So even if this number's wrong, you go like this and then step, right? Just tell yourself the step is what you get the mark for, not the number. Okay. Next, I'm gonna do Z. So angle Z, that is a trapezoid, right? So 360 minus 2 interior angles. All of that divided by 2. Make sure you do the top first. Okay, very important. And so when you subtract and divide by 2, you get 27.69. You get a mark for that. Again, your number will be different if your interior angle is different. Okay. So next, I'm going to go J. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a pentagon, right? So it's 540 minus 3 interior angles. Obviously, I would need to see 3 interior angles being taken away for you to get this mark, okay? Divided by 2. And J is 41.54 degrees. Make sure you have degrees. 1. So we've got 4 right now. Always remember, listen carefully, always remember when you're finding this one, you're actually finding the measure of each of these base angles, right? So this 41.54 goes there and goes there. Okay? That may be helpful down the road. What else is left? F, right? F right here, yeah. Angle F is going to be the interior angle minus Z minus Y, because Y is also there. Okay. Fun stuff, eh? Z is 27.69. Y is 13.85. Angle F is going to be 110.77. That's correct. Obviously, if you got your interior angle wrong, so let's say you did a dodecagon, right? You'd be 10 times 180 divided by 12. So you'd be 150, right? Instead of 152. And so that would change everything. It would make this 150, 30. This would be 15 degrees, right? And so it just carries on. We'll do the bonus if time allows, so 5 marks here for now. We're good? 2. If the interior angle of a regular polygon is 176, determine the number of sides. You cannot do guess and check here, okay? You actually have to show me the work. So this is the one method. Okay, you just start with your formula and multiply both sides by n. That's 176n. This cancels out. This distributes, so it's 180n minus 360. So this part on this side will always be identical every single time. Okay, it's this number back here that changes. So 176n minus 180n, right? So this one comes over subtracting. You're left with negative 360. That is negative 4n is equal to negative 360. Divide both sides by negative 4. Right, that cancels out to be positive, so n is equal to 90. Yeah.
90 degrees. How much size do I? How much points do I?
Just half a mark. Units. 90 sides. I think n is equal to 90 would be acceptable, but if you put anything other than sides, then it's half a mark deduction. So if you just left it at 90, you're fine, because n is the number of sides. That's what it represents. Can you use this to tile a floor? Let's see here. Dodecagon. What's the interior angle of that? 150. I just did that actually, right? I should know. So you either do the math or you just state it. I'm okay with that. A square is 90 and a hexagon is 120, right? For a hexagon. It's not the prettiest way to show your work, but it works. Okay? So we go 360, you subtract, you have to go through all of them once. Okay? All of them have to be represented once. So this is the square. This is the hexa. Okay, and when you do that, you get exactly 0, correct? 0 left. Therefore, you can tile the floor, or they will tessellate. They will tessellate. Not always, but if it's 0 left over, you're good to go. All right. Let's keep going. Last one. So 3 parallel lines. I don't know if you noticed that. Parallel, parallel. I just reminded to remind you. Okay, let's go back to the front real quick. These are all diagonal lines, correct? None of them go to the center. If it goes to the center, don't be using inscribed polygon formulas. It's not going to work. Okay, you have to use central angles and find out how many central angles make up that angle that is asked that you're asked to solve for. So I just thought, hey, I'd quickly remind you, because I just can't have everything on here, right? Just not possible. Okay, how do you want to start here? Everybody's going to have a different way to start. Focus on a number, and then I try to jump, right, from one parallel line to the other using the 4 angle pairs. But remember, vertically opposite, sum of triangle, all those are always true. Okay? So I'm going to start with y, just random, okay? I see that this one and this one are alternate exterior. I don't know if you saw that. But I'm going to go 115. The value should be the same no matter how you did it. Okay, alternate exterior angles are congruent. That's how I did it. Okay. Then maybe, just for fun, I'll do T. That's a weird letter to have as an angle, right? So that's my second one. And I will just go 180 minus 115 to get 65, right? And that would be a straight angle or supplementary. So 65, okay? So this is 65, this is 115. They should add up to 180, we're good to go. Let's solve for D next. You can do CIA, but you can also, what are these two? This one and this one, they are alternate interior. So you could use that one as well. It's up to you. So where are we? D is over here. That's my third choice. I'm going to say that it is 65. It's alternate interior angle to angle T, if you want to say it that way, right? Like I use T to come up with D. Okay? Next. Can you do Z? Not yet. We'll find, because Z is not alternate interior, correct? Z doesn't touch this horizontal here. So I'm gonna use these two. X is gonna be my next victim here. 50. That's 50, and I use corresponding. That's what I'm using there. Corresponding angles are congruent. Perhaps you used vertically opposite to find K, and then use that to find X. That's fine. Like I'll be able to figure it out. You just have to show me which route did you take. So K is 50. Vertically opposite angles are congruent, and Z. This is a straight angle down here. So I'm going to go 180 minus these two. 180 minus X minus D. So 180 minus 50. 50, right? This looks like a 52, but it's 50. Minus D, which is 65. Okay. And so that is 65 as well. Yeah. That's the last one I found. So for today's AC, if you have the wrong number, but you have the right justification, I give you half. On the test, usually it's all or nothing. Like it's either you get it right or you don't. Because sometimes students do justify correctly, but they get the wrong number. Here's another one, and this is painful for me. You might make a mistake right at the beginning, and it affects all the other angles. You would still get marks for the other ones if I can read your story. You just have to tell me what your story is.
What if you have the right answers but justification?
If you have the right numbers and these are different, that's fine. Just tell me which number, like the order in which you solve them, please, in the future. Yeah. Because you're probably going to have different justifications than me. I'm okay with that. That's the beauty, or maybe you don't like that part. You want it to be the same for me and for you. But here we are out of 6 for this one, because we've got 6 angles. So 6, 2, and 2, that's 10 for the back side. 10 for the back side. And 5 for the front, that is 15. So far it's out of 15. Pending the bonus, right? We'll do the bonus. So give yourselves a mark out of 15 already. Then we'll do the bonus. So here goes the bonus. What does it say? To connect points A to C. Right? So this is what we did here. We connected points A to C, and you've got a trapezoid there. Okay. We know when we do this, what do we know about these two angles here? They're the same, and they're the same as these two here, correct? Because it doesn't matter where you make another trapezoid, it's going to be the same. So we know that this angle here is going to be 2769. 2769. That's part of your work there. What I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to find this angle and this angle, and we know that these two are CIAs, correct? So that's going to be my attempt to showing whether or not these lines are parallel. So these are CIAs. Let's call this, I'm running out of letters here. I'm going to call this M and N, like that. So introduce letters if you have to. So let's find angle M. Angle M is going to be 152.31, right? That whole interior angle, minus Z, minus Z. So minus 2 Z's basically. So minus 2, 2769. So angle M is 96.93. And angle N, this one here is interior angle minus J minus 2769. So 152.31 minus 2769 minus J, which I know J is 41.54. Okay, because if I found J here already earlier, so I'm subtracting those two from the interior angle. Angle N is 83.08. Do they add up to 180? It's 180.01 degree. Oops, sorry, you can't see that. So technically they're not, but I'm going to give you full permission to say yes when it's that close. All right, because it's a rounding problem, okay? CIAs are equal to 180, therefore AB is parallel to CD. And maybe in the future I have to say round to 4 decimals along the way, and then you're going to get the 180, okay? So this is +2 if you got it. If you said they're not, because of the 0.01, that's okay. You still get the 2 marks, okay? Because technically you're correct. They're not exactly 180.